Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Welcome back to this episode of Should We Unpack This? We're your hosts. I'm Lainey.
I'm Rochelle.
And today we are going to be talking about self-love, self-acceptance, all of the
Mm.
self things, because maybe because it's January,
Mm.
and everyone with the resolutions and stuff. And I know we've already talked about this, but I wonder if that's why this was coming up for me.
Just pondering our whole lives.
Basically, like,
January,
who
it does
am
that.
I? Yeah. Should I be a new me? I don't know. I mean, clearly I've made some decisions. I've
I
made some
mean,
changes.
let's address the bang in the room.
I I mean, we did curtain bangs, and then I thought I need more bangs.
It's not enough.
And honestly, I was just really tired of having the bright light reflect off of my forehead, so I just solved my problem and made a fashion statement at the same time.
I
So
love it. And
here
now I'm
we are.
like, I think I need bangs.
I think everybody needs bangs.
Next week, I might show up with bangs.
I
Who
think you
knows?
should do it.
I think I might.
I mean, listeners, you'll have to tune in to see if Rochelle shows up with bangs next week. So incentive.
Incentive to listen or
Exactly. Yeah. Love it. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about loving yourself and accepting
watch.
yourself and meeting yourself where you're at. And what exactly does that mean? And what does that look like?
Mm.
So let's get
What
into it.
does it look like?
Yeah. Maybe I can start off with a bit of a story, some background as to
Mm.
why this thought popped into my head. And honestly, it is about the bangs, not to draw more attention to them. But
This episode is all about the bangs.
it's all about my bangs. So you're in for a treat.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, everybody. Because when I got the bangs, I was so excited and flying high, and figuratively, not literally, everyone, just putting that out there. But and then I just went through a state of a lot of self-doubt about my decision. And it's almost as if I had not kind of like buyer's remorse, but I'm not an impulsive person.
Yeah, you really aren't.
Thank you. I know I'm really not. Thank you for also validating that, because I think I tried to think I was, or I thought I was an impulsive person, but I'm really not. So when I made this decision, yes, I of course ChatGPT'd myself with bangs just to make sure.
Gotta do the
Because
research.
yeah, you got to make sure. It's a commitment. But the first week of having the hairstyle change, I honestly didn't put a lot of effort into it because I was in the midst of finishing a workout challenge and all that stuff. And it just seemed like a lot. And I couldn't get the style the way I wanted it. And then anyways, I don't know where this is exactly going, but the thought was, why do I care so much? Because I did this for me. I didn't do it for anybody else. And then I started noticing myself getting very self-conscious about my decision because, I have a stepson and he is younger, and change, especially hairstyle change, is big. And so he didn't have the best reaction to it. He was honest, which I very much appreciate, and I would rather that than someone lie to my face, honestly.
Yeah, agreed.
So we had to work through that. But the messaging that I provided was, well, you can have your feelings about it. You don't have to love it, and that's okay. It's a big change. But I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. And in that moment, I was so confident still. But then as the week went on, I'm like, do they look bad? Like, I don't know. Is he right?
Yeah.
He's under 10. What does he know? He knows a lot, actually. But
what does he know about hairstyles for women?
women's
Sir?
hairstyles. But yeah, it just
Up on the fashion.
he really is, actually. He's he's a cool dude. Anywho, that's just kind of where this idea started, and then it just sort of spiraled from there about that whole
What?
what, the spiraling?
spiraled from there.
It's what
Oh,
I do.
I know. I love it.
If I could be a professional spiraler, I think I'd make a lot of money,
I think I would too.
right? Yeah. And I know that within the last decade, I want to say, maybe it's been longer. I have really no sense of time anymore as I age. I think everything's a decade ago. But
Mhm.
there's been a big self-love movement on
Mm.
online, on
Mhm.
social media. What's your take on the self-love movement? Like, how does it make you feel? What are the things you like about it? What are the things that you're not super keen on?
I mean, I think great for those people.
Mhm.
Bravo. I applaud
Yeah.
you. I aspire to be like you,
Mm.
but I'm not there.
Okay.
Like, I think it's so great for them. Like, love yourself. Awesome.
Mhm.
It's something I'm still working on.
Do you
So
think
you won't see
there's
me on those trends.
that's okay. It's not for everyone, right?
No.
But I just think I love the messaging behind most of it
Mhm.
of love yourself at where you're at. But do you
Yeah.
find there's such pressure to do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, as with anything when it's all over, everyone's doing it. Guess I gotta
Yeah,
hop on the self-love train.
right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think it definitely like lends a pressure for sure.
Mhm. Am I loving myself enough?
I mean, my answer is no.
That'll be a no for me.
That will be a negative.
And why do
Um,
you think it's so hard to love ourselves though?
I don't know. I just think it's so easy to be mean to ourselves.
Mhm.
It's like work. But why is it work to love ourselves?
I don't know. And when did that start though?
Mm, another good question.
Mhm. I'm thinking about it too.
I mean,
Like, do you notice that younger kids have, let's say, more self-confidence? Like they just know who they are,
oh yeah, for sure.
right?
Um, I was gonna say, I think they definitely do, but it's like they also haven't like lived a lot of life yet. So maybe life just hasn't like torn them down yet, you know?
That's a good point. That's a really sad point.
It is
Like,
sad.
life
It's really
hasn't knocked
sad.
you down yet.
Life hasn't lifed at you yet, children.
Yeah, you just wait.
Um, but like I feel like they're in like their little bubbles. And while that's not to say like not all kids do feel like that. Like with
That's true.
bullying and
Yeah.
socials and all that now that kids have to live through, which
Yep.
I'm so thankful I did not, because I don't know. I don't know if I would have made it if there was like social media when I was impressionable.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like they have so much more to deal with. And I think as they do get older, they will experience um maybe more people telling them they're not so great when they are.
Right.
And like, why are
I
those people doing it? To make
I well,
themselves feel better?
I think so. I think that's why most people do it.
Hmm.
When they're feeling insecure about themselves, they usually go
Just
at
take
that.
it off. Like,
Yeah, take it out
why?
on other people.
Why do we go
I
this
don't know.
route?
I don't know, because
That's a
humans
whole nother.
sometimes we suck.
Yeah, we
You
do.
know?
This is true.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
That is also, yeah, you make really good points about how kids appear that they're super confident, but they could be experiencing their own insecurities in different ways within their own social dynamics. I
For
do remember
sure.
that.
Yeah, we don't see all that, you know?
Yeah, we're not as close to it anymore, so that makes sense.
Mm,
We gotta protect those little hearts as best we
we
can.
do. We
Which
do.
also I think kind of, that self-love movement that we were just discussing is important. It's important work, I
It
think,
is.
to learn how to love yourself and to meet yourself where you're at. It's hard work
It is hard
and
work.
it's really hard. But do you think we subconsciously tie self-love to progress, productivity, or improvement?
Mm. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I tie it a lot. You know, now that I'm thinking about it,
Mhm.
like there's things I know I do like about myself, but I think a
Mhm.
lot of the negatives are like tied to physical things, which I think is really unfortunate.
Mm.
So I'm like not really focused on like my values or like how I see other people. Cause I think I'm
Right.
like, I like those things about me,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, oh, I love that about myself. I just like go straight to the negatives. I'm like, oh, I don't like
Mm.
this about myself and I don't like that about myself and I don't like whatever. Hmm.
Mm. That inner dialogue can be
Hmm.
such a bitch sometimes.
It really can.
You know? Why am
Hmm.
I so mean to me? I don't know.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I find it easier to compliment other people than myself.
Yes.
Also interesting.
It is interesting. I think I definitely feel uncomfortable receiving compliments. It's
Oh,
taken a lot of
yes.
work
It's hard.
to accept it, and not just do the whole like, "Oh, you too" thing, um, that I try to do to deflect or
Mm,
laugh it off or make some sort of self-deprecating joke,
yes. Those are
right?
good.
Those are good. I don't know why, but sometimes they feel good in my soul, and
Mm,
that's that's not healthy.
no, it's not.
Um,
Oh.
but we're, a work in progress, as we say.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that I use humility as a crutch as well, trying to
Mm,
be humble
right.
instead of owning it,
Mhm.
you know?
Yes, I do know.
Or like I find personally, like the insecurities that I have about myself, if somebody compliments something that I'm feeling insecure about, I'm convinced that they're lying to me. I'm like, nope.
Oh,
Like, you're wrong.
you're
Uh,
incorrect.
I do not look good right now,
Hmm,
you know?
interesting. Mhm.
Yeah. I've just kind of pieced that together right in this moment, which is,
Mm,
huh, something to ponder about,
yes.
something to unpack. Why do I do that?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna, like, unpack that right now in
Oh, we're all like
this
waiting.
moment.
We're
Yeah.
like,
Because I think there's a lot of layers to that, and I don't know if anybody else experiences that or feels that way. I'm sure I'm not completely alone in that,
mm,
because feeling completely alone in that feels a little bit scary, but if I am, that's
yeah.
okay. We can work through it. We've done a
Yeah,
lot of self-work lately. We
I'm
can
sure
we
you're not
can
the only one.
navigate that. I'm sure. But, yeah, it's interesting how I deflect that way of just assuming like, "Oh, you must be lying." I don't know why. What a
You
strange
must be lying to me.
you're what a weird way to think about it.
Mm,
But I'm really just it's an insecurity, and I think it's easier to believe in the insecurity than to believe that it's something that could be true.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do I don't even know if it's, like, subconsciously, like, I consciously think that, like, self-love is tied to productivity, improvement and progress and all those things because I don't even know why or where it even came from or how I started thinking that way, but even on days where I have, plans to do all of these grandiose things and I don't do any of them, I have to very consciously be nice to myself,
Yeah. Like,
right?
you lazy piece of.
Yeah. Why didn't you? You had all
You just
day and you
wasted the
waited
day away,
the whole day. You could have gotten so many things done,
you unproductive sloth. I'm
right?
just kidding.
That wasn't the word
That
that I thought
was.
you were going to say. That's so funny.
That would have been funny.
That would have been. But
Oh,
yeah.
it makes me. I was having a conversation with someone.
Mm.
Have you ever watched that show Physical?
Yes.
With where she talks to herself. Do you remember how
Yes.
she talks to herself? Why don't?
Yes.
That's how I talk to myself. And I was like
Oh,
watching the show. Well, sometimes
okay.
I was watching the show, and I'm like, like the way she's talking to herself as she's like eating a piece of cake or like whatever about her own
Yeah.
appearance. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you are nasty, but like to yourself. And then I was like, wait,
Yeah.
like I'm nasty to myself. And like to see it on screen was just
Yeah.
like so jarring.
Mm-hmm.
But like it got the message across.
Right. So for those of who don't know, Physical is a
Yes,
show.
backstory.
Yes. It's a show based in the 80s. It's on Apple TV. It has
So good.
Rose Byrne.
Yeah, Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
Love her.
She has like similar features to you.
You think?
Yeah.
No, you're lying, lady.
No,
You're
honestly,
lying.
I'm not.
You're a liar.
I'm not. I promise I'm not.
I love Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm gonna do
Well,
like a
thank you.
side by side comparison of you two, and
No,
I'll
don't.
show you I'm not lying.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, it's this woman who struggles with her image and has an eating disorder, and it's her journey of self-acceptance, and there's a lot of mental health stuff involved in there too. And like Rochelle said, it's very, I don't know how to describe it. It puts it right out there of how
Yeah.
people talk to themselves and that whole self-love, like the lack of self-love there. Self-hate, really.
Yes, self-hatred, yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's a good show though.
It is a good show. I just realized I never finished it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need to. I don't know what happened.
I think because there was probably like a delay in seasons.
Probably, and I'm like, I just forgot about it.
If I can't binge it, then what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point even? I'm not waiting a week for each episode like a peasant. Remember when there were commercials?
Oh gosh, I
wouldn't
can't
survive
even.
anymore.
No, I
was
would be
telling my
so
daughter that
rageful.
the other day. I
Yeah.
was like, we used to have to like sit through commercials and like to get snacks or anything. You can't just pause it. You have to like run during
No,
commercial, bathroom break. Like
everything.
it was a whole experience
You
that
could
she'll
fit a
never
lot.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could fit a lot into those few minutes between
You had to check
commercials.
back in, make sure the show wasn't back on.
Yeah, exactly. It was a
Good
thing.
times. It was the thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I went on a tangent there.
That's okay. I love a good tangent. It's what we do.
It's true.
Yeah. So we'll segue back with a hard-hitting question because that's also what we do.
Yeah.
What parts of ourselves are hardest to accept right now? And
Right
what
now?
story are we telling ourselves about why?
Well, mine currently, I think, would be physical.
Mm.
Just not loving where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
But we're working on it.
that's good. I think this last week has just been more of like an emotional spiral, I think, for me. I think mine would be, what would mine be? Like, what do I choose? What do I choose to share?
Which one do I pick?
Yeah. Initially, like my thought also was physical too. And it has been something that I've been working on. And I think I'm
You
just in
have.
that yeah, I have.
You're doing
And
great.
thank you. Thank you. And I think it's more so about just trusting the journey.
Mhm.
Like, it hasn't been that long,
It's
but in my
always the
brain.
initial, but it's always when you start and you're like, "I'm not seeing progress." It's been like a week.
Yeah. Something that triggered it though, especially for me this last
Mm,
week, and I'll share this. I feel a bit vulnerable sharing it, but I'm going to do it. Was I stepped on the scale, and I don't normally step on the scale like
mm,
ever, just because it's messed with my mind so much in the past of just being
yeah,
so fixated on that number.
yeah,
And so I stepped on the scale because I wanted to, whatever. I got a Fitbit, blah blah blah. I needed the data. I needed a baseline here.
yes, yeah,
And when I stepped on the scale, the number that popped up was much larger than I had in my mind.
right.
And that was a hard thing for me to be okay with. I pretended. I was like, "Oh, no big deal. Whatever. Let's just throw
This
that in
is
the
fine.
garbage." It's broken. But yeah, it was something I think that just kind of subconsciously stuck in the back of my mind all weekend long.
Mm,
And like, it sucks because I thought I had moved on from that, and then to
yeah,
have a jarring experience where I think that kind of started this whole downward negative self-talk spiral this past weekend where I just, was kind of like down in the dumps, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe it's the weather and maybe it's this thing." And no,
right,
it was actually because of that stupid number on that
right.
stupid scale.
Stupid broken scale.
Yeah. So
Mm,
I think that, like, I know there's lots of people that struggle with that.
mhm,
And yeah, I think it just sucks when that's the realization,
yeah,
that it impacts me so much where I'm
right.
like,
When
"Oh,
you don't want it to.
yeah."
Yeah,
Or I thought I had done like enough self-work to move past that, and then to
yeah.
realize like, "Oh no, we're still very
Mm.
much in that."
Mhm. Mm,
But as you said before, you mentioned something too about how when you think about self-love and self-acceptance, your negative responses immediately go to your physical appearance,
mhm.
when there's so much more to us than that.
Yeah,
Like, there was a
there
saying
is.
online. Yeah, there's so much more to that. Like, there was a saying online a few years ago or whatever it was, about how I look is the most boring thing about me.
Mm,
How much I weigh is the most boring thing about me, sort of thing.
right.
Which is true because, like, that's not your personality. It's
That's
just a
true.
physical feature,
Mm,
you know? There's so many
yeah.
more things that are, involved in who we are,
Mhm.
in our personality and whatnot. But why don't we ever focus on those things?
This is a great question.
And when I see people on social media who are like, that's their thing, right? The
Mhm.
self-love, body acceptance. I
Yep.
love that for them. I'm here for that content because I'm here for the journey, and the journey doesn't have to be about getting in the best shape of your life. It doesn't have to be about eating like the best things.
Right.
I'm here for all journeys, really. I love a good story. You know me.
I
I'm
know
here for
you.
the I'm here for the story.
Mhm.
But it's more, maybe it's I like it because they're teaching me how to talk to myself,
Mm.
because
Yep.
they're by demonstration.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Mm.
Which leads to my next question of, are you kinder to the past version of yourself? Like, when you think of Rochelle 5, 10, 15 years ago, are you like, yeah, you think about her in a kinder way than you think about present day Rochelle?
I mean, in some aspects,
Hmm.
I think I think emotionally, I like current Rochelle better, but I think physically,
Mm.
I like some past Rochelle's
Mm.
much better, which is
Interesting.
interesting because I think I've well, recently in the past few years, put a lot more work into like personality things and like
Mhm.
emotional things to do with myself, and not so much the physical.
Right.
Maybe I only have the capacity for one at a time.
It's a lot of work, okay?
I don't know.
It
Now
is.
that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I just can't do both at the same time. I don't know.
That's okay, though. I
I
think there's
guess.
space for both of that.
I guess. I gotta find a balance. But um, yeah. So I think I like I think I've been more conscious and more like aware of how I speak to people or like how I react to
Mm.
things or been like working on those kind of things. Processing things that have happened and like focusing my energy on that.
Mhm.
And like physical Rochelle has taken a back seat. So yeah.
But I think that's part of the journey, though, right?
Yeah.
Of when you're doing a lot of self-work and a lot
Mm,
of self-awareness work especially, it's hard to take that look in the mirror and be like, "Hmm, did are we acting how we wanna act? Are we
yeah.
being the person who we actually want to be in life?"
Yeah, that's true.
And then, removing those layers or peeling back
Mm,
those layers of who we are and who we wanna be and how do we do that?
hmm.
I think there's a lot of trial and error in that as well,
Yeah,
and a lot of
definitely.
practice.
Yes, it is. It's not like it just happens overnight. It's like
No.
consciously making the effort and like consciously stopping yourself at moments and being like, think about this before you react.
Yeah,
Let's take a minute.
yeah, or if you have an overreaction or a big moment, you're like, "Whoop, well,
Let's take it back a notch.
let's take it back. Didn't mean to do it like
And
that."
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Redo, rewind.
Yeah. We're working on it, we're working on it.
Yeah, I think even just acknowledging it is like
Mhm.
big for people. Just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that was an overreaction.
Mhm. But having done all that work that you have been doing on yourself, when you think about past Rochelle, are you more sympathetic to her? You're like, "Oh, if only you had the tools. If only, if I could share my wisdom that I have today with you now."
Mm.
You know what I
Y-
mean?
Yeah, in that aspect, yeah. I just think
Mhm.
I'm really hard on myself,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm. Hmm. How do we become less hard on ourselves?
It's a great question.
Mhm. I've seen or heard people um they say like a lot of like inner child work, if you
Mm.
will. So like
Mhm.
talking to them, like imagining themselves at a certain age
Yeah.
and just maybe it was a hard time, like that specific age was a really hard time for them and they wish they had somebody kind of carry them through that or share some wisdom or be there for them.
Mm.
So kind of healing in that way of, talking to, I don't know, like 20-year-old lady and just
Right.
being like, life is hard at this moment in time and whatever, just kind of coaching through that. I don't know if this is making any sense. I've never done it, so
It makes
I
sense,
get
but I'm also like, how
kind
does
of
this help?
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does it help? I think it
Yeah.
helps with the fact that I think our body is so ingrained with our nervous system, so it's
Mm.
like a nervous system response.
Gotcha.
And because our nervous system learns things from, past experiences. Like
Yeah.
now, if you experience something that you may have experienced in the past and you think that you've done so much work to move past that and then still like,
Right.
for
Your
example, the
body has
whole
the reaction. Mm.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
which is interesting now that I think about it and say it out loud
Mm.
of, now I'm just trying to
Yeah.
reflect on what I was feeling when I stepped on the scale and what I
Mm.
not logically feeling, but like what feelings was I feeling in my body?
Right.
So,
Mm.
and it was like a lot of heaviness and yeah, just, I didn't carry myself with confidence in that
Mm.
moment. It was very like
Right.
disappointment,
Right.
made myself smaller. Hmm. Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because when I think about my past self, because I do that a lot, I love a good reflection. Um, I think, oh man, I think that what do I think? I have so many thoughts. That sometimes might sound a bit crazy that I wish that I could have been there for myself.
Like now? Your
Yeah.
now self been there for your past self?
Yeah. Just put
That's
my
not
arm
crazy.
around her. Just be like, it's okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I read an old thing that I had written back in high school. I was in a writing class.
Oh,
I think
mhm.
did we talk about this?
I think so.
Yeah. And I remember reading that and just wanting to go back to I think I was 17 at the time, 17-year-old Lainey and just give her a hug,
Yeah,
you know? That's the thought
that makes
process
sense.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah. Do you do affirmations?
I did for a bit.
How
I
did you
think
feel when you were doing them?
I think a lot of things it comes back to habits, and I just love
Ah,
to break habits.
okay.
Um, I mean, sometimes I feel like it worked, but sometimes I'm like, I don't really believe myself.
Mm,
And then I feel like it's just not going to be effective.
right. Have you
But
thought about
I did do
why?
it for a while. I had like the
Yeah.
5-minute journal,
Yeah.
which I didn't finish. Maybe I should bring it out again. And
5
that
minutes
had
is
like
too long.
now I just have my one liner, and so far I've been able to handle that.
Yeah. Love
Um,
that one.
but yeah, that one had like a daily affirmation.
Mm. Was it something that
Yeah.
like, were the affirmations did they resonate with you?
Well, like we made our own. So it's like you make
Oh,
your own daily affirmation,
okay.
which like maybe I didn't like that. I think if I had like maybe I should look to see if there's like a daily affirmation app.
I
I'm
think
sure there
there
must be.
is.
Yeah, there must be.
Yes, definitely.
But I feel like I would do better with those maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, or maybe affirmations just aren't for me. Do you do
I
affirmations?
I I don't, not in the sense of I'm doing a daily affirmation right now sort of thing. I don't have it built into a routine,
Mm,
but if I find myself with a lot of like negative self-talk spiral,
mhm.
or if I'm being really hard on myself, I try my best in that moment to remind myself of something that I'm good at.
So like your own natural daily affirmation kind of thing.
Yeah. It doesn't happen every day.
Mm,
Or I even just try to remind myself to be kinder to myself.
right.
Like we're doing the best we can right now,
Yeah, yeah. That makes
you
sense.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Or try to rely on things that make me, you know, feel better.
Right.
Like today I woke up in such a poopy mood that yeah, I just noticed that and I, again was like I'm tired of this. Why? There's no good reason for me to feel this way.
Right.
And I do try to hold space for myself to just feel the feels too. I'm
Mhm.
working on that and not just ignoring them. But I decided to do my workout earlier in the day than I normally do. And I'm just so happy I did because it's exactly what I needed.
Mhm.
and, to get those endorphins released in my brain and then follow up
Yeah.
with trying to eat better and all that good stuff. So I'm glad that I did do that. It doesn't work
Mhm.
all the time, but
Yeah.
today it did. So that felt good.
Good. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
Do you find that maybe would it be fair to say that you have a hard time with like self-acceptance based off of like everything we've just talked about, right? Like is that
Yeah.
like I know I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't want to like put words in your mouth and
No,
be
yeah,
like we
yeah. We have a
we
hard time.
we do.
Yeah, I
and
definitely do, yeah.
and have you found because of that, do you try to make yourself smaller in situations?
Um, like what kind of situations?
I don't know, say if you're out and about, like around friends or even in the workplace, do you try to make your personality smaller or try to like fade around, like, fade into the
Fade.
back,
I
fade,
fade away.
fade away?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. And it depends who I'm with. Like if I'm comfortable with the people I'm with, I feel like I'm a bit
Mhm.
more like confident to be myself.
Mhm.
But at work, for the most part, I make myself very small, like invisible.
Mm.
I don't want to be noticed.
Mm.
Um, but yeah. Yeah, I really think it depends who I'm with
Right.
and like how well they know me and how comfortable I am.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I do the same thing too.
Mm,
I think it's also very, again, mood dependent
right.
of, making myself feel not feel smaller, but act
Yeah.
smaller. Like I'm not
Like
coming
tone
in
down.
hot with a
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah, yeah.
personality and hey
No.
everybody, I'm here sort of thing. I'm a lot quieter,
Yeah.
don't have a lot of opinions to share.
Yeah.
Maybe even my movements are a bit smaller, you know?
Mm. I just don't want to draw any attention.
Yeah, yeah, just really blend in with the
You won't even
background.
notice I'm here.
Exactly. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's interesting about playing it safe. And did you find though, when you were feeling at your best, so let's just say because you said that you have a hard time with, where you're at physically.
Yep.
So when you're feeling at your best physically, do you find your personality is like more like, hey, like bigger?
Yeah,
Or is it,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm like more social too
Mm,
because I feel a bit more confident, you know?
right.
But there is even like, even when I was at my peak, I still
Yeah.
like didn't think I was at my peak at the time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when it's like that saying, like you're in the good old days. I feel that way about like my physical appearance. It's just like
Right.
I have some sort of body dysmorphia or something.
It's a
Some sort
thing.
of some sort of something where I'm like, even when I like look back and I was like, wow, like I thought I looked good. And I remember at the time I still was like, I need to do more. Like I need to be smaller. I need to be this. I need to be that.
Right.
It's just never enough.
Right.
when, when is enough enough? But
I
then you
don't
like
know.
look back and you have the hindsight and you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah. What was wrong with me? Why was I complaining so much?
Like what?
I
Um,
guess like,
yeah,
how do we combat that though?
I don't know. I do not know.
Like, what do you think are some tangible steps that we could take today, like now, where we feel okay with who we are in current state?
Hmm. I think we just need to focus on like the things we do like about ourselves right now. And like
Yeah.
once again realize, like, the things that are bothering us are not everything. Like, they're not the only
Right.
things that matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sort of turn down the volume on the negativity and turn
Yes,
the
and, like,
volume up on the
crank it
positivity.
up on the things we
Yeah.
do like about ourselves right now.
Right. Right.
I think for me, it also helps, like, thinking about my daughter and being
Mm,
like, how would I want her to, like, think about herself and feel, and, like, what example am I setting,
yes.
for her and, like, her
Yes.
body positivity and, like, just, like,
Mhm.
encouraging her to love herself so, like, she doesn't start to see, like, any of these negative self-talk things, you know?
Mhm.
Because I don't want her to feel that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true. It's interesting too, the advice that we're willing to give the younger generation,
Yeah.
but we don't necessarily take ourselves or action
Yeah.
ourselves,
Mhm.
you know?
You should
You
love
know
yourself.
yeah, you should say 5
Do
things that
as
you
I
love about
say and not as
yourself.
I do.
Yeah, which is terrible advice,
It
but
is,
I
it's not good.
mean, we should definitely lead by example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. Interesting. I wonder what feels safe about making ourselves smaller.
Uh, I don't know, is it that we hope, like, people won't notice the insecurities we have?
Oh, possibly. Do you think it hinders us, like, living authentically? I would
Probably
say so.
to some degree, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not willing to be your full self,
Yeah. Then
then
how
I guess
authentic are
that's
you
not
being?
really authentically. Hmm,
Ah.
interesting.
Hmm.
So many deep reflecting moments. Oh my gosh. Sorry,
Ah,
everybody. Sorry, not sorry. This is
just
just,
processing with us.
yeah, what we do. You'd think we'd
Mm.
come on here and be like, here's all of the advice, but really we're just in it too,
Yeah.
trying to be authentic and still not make ourselves smaller on this
Yeah,
podcast. It's
we're
hard to be
trying.
vulnerable.
It is.
Yeah, we're trying.
Mm.
I guess, going back to the self image thing and trying to live authentically, how much of our self image is shaped by decisions we second guess?
Like what? Like, give me an example.
Like, for instance, Spanx, the one
Okay.
that's staring us right in the face here.
Yes, yes, okay.
Right? Like, I have thought about, switching up my hair many, for many years. And I just got it in my head, probably because of some off comment somebody made to me about how they hate bangs on women.
Mm,
And me thinking, like, yeah, bangs would look horrible on me. And I've had bangs as like an older female. And I remember I loved them at the time too. And then when I grew them out, I remember being like, oh, I'm never getting bangs again and blah, 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 like whatever.
oh,
Yeah. And I think even just going through this whole past week of like living with them
yeah.
and even second guessing them then,
Mm,
you know what I mean? So I think that I'm just curious, like, what other choices are we making on our image or even who we're not even just our outward image, but like our inward image, if we could even call that like who we are as a person? Do
yeah.
we second guess based off of other people's opinions or the outward response we may be receiving?
Oh, yes. I get it now.
Yes. You're with me.
Um,
I like it.
yeah, I'm with you. Ooh, this is what I struggle with. I very
Mm,
much like take other people's opinions as gospel sometimes.
interesting. Yeah,
I'm
I get
like,
you.
oh, like one comment.
Yeah.
will just like become it will haunt me. It'll just
Right.
replay in my mind over and over again. And like this person doesn't even need like necessarily need to matter in my life, but I'm like this random person on this Tuesday like made this offhand comment and now I'm questioning my whole life. Like
Yeah.
they don't matter.
I guess all that really matters though at the end of the day is how you what you think.
Yes, it is. But that's not how my brain works.
I agree. I not saying like I agree that's not
Yeah,
how
yeah,
your
yeah,
brain works. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah. I agree.
I agree.
You have some
So
problems.
glad you agree too.
So glad you brought this up.
Yeah. Now we
Um,
can finally talk about it.
but yeah, no, I do care too much what people think is the summary.
Mm.
And it's
And
something
is
I'm
that
working on.
yeah, it's gonna follow-up question.
I am currently working on it.
And do you feel comfortable sharing with the ways that you are working on it? Like, what
I
does
think
that look like?
just the first step is acknowledging it. Like acknowledging that
Mm,
I do care too much what people think and like these little
yeah,
comments do stick with me and I do replay them in my mind.
yeah,
And like there's certain people you should care what they think. But
hmm,
even those people, you don't have to agree with them
yeah,
just because they say it's so.
yes,
So that's something I'm reminding myself of
mm,
and trying like not to spiral, if you will,
hmm,
when comments or I just take everything too personally. It's really what it comes down to.
okay,
I
yeah.
just take things too personally and it's a problem. And I just need to let things like roll off my back more.
That is a skill,
It is a skill,
you know?
one I sometimes have and one I sometimes don't,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I know. Same. It's hard. It's hard just to say, okay, that's your
Cool.
opinion. Cool
I won't
story.
ever think about this again.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, oh my
yeah.
gosh, it was just like even yesterday, my partner was like, touched my head and he's like, oh, it's like hot from your overthinking. And I was like, oh, like he just knows me so well.
Yeah.
I forget. He said what he said was funnier, but it was like
No, that's good
he
though.
just
I like
knew
it.
I was like sitting there like overthinking something that just happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I waste so much time and energy on it.
It's a hard pattern to break when it's
It
something
is. It's
that,
very hard. And sometimes I can
yeah.
do it. I think it also depends on my mood. Like if I'm super like vulnerable and not feeling great, I feel like those comments just hit me harder. But
Yeah.
I'm feeling good and like I'm having a good day and it's sometimes just easier to brush them off.
Mhm. I
But
agree.
I just yeah, I do take a lot of things personally.
Yeah. It's a hard pattern to break. It's hard to I think it comes back to trusting yourself
Mm,
and
yeah.
believing in yourself. Like an exercise that I tried to do is if I'm feeling that enormous self-doubt and overthinking spiral that I get caught in, I try to think about, you know, my values, my morals, what's important to me, and
Yeah.
to center myself,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
then think about the decision that I'm overthinking. And be like, is it worth it? Am I harming anybody? Am I being a bad person?
Right.
You know what I mean? Am I putting anybody out from doing this? No.
Yeah.
Chop my hair. Do it now.
Do it.
And if any of our listeners feel brave enough to share, what are some tactics or strategies that you use to help with your self acceptance and self love?
Mm.
And how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
You know? Tell us.
Tell us.
Hmm. I think maybe we should end on this final question.
Mm.
Is loving yourself actually about confidence or about permission?
Ooh, I like that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And when I hear that, it all comes back to self, right?
Mm.
Is it about having enough of your own self confidence in who you are? Or is it about allowing yourself permission to be who you are
Mm.
unapologetically?
And therefore maybe confident.
Hmm. I think they feed off each other,
Yeah.
but I think that we all deserve love. And I don't know why it's so hard sometimes, but if you're experiencing this and you're struggling, just know you're not alone. It's a journey. It's a hard journey and it takes hard work.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a journey that will never end, honestly.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm like, I don't think it ever ends. But maybe we get better at it.
I think we get better at it. And I think that the journey sort of evolves
Mm-hmm.
in a way where at the beginning, when it feels so hard, that will eventually become easy,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And you'll learn those skills to love who you are. And maybe just take this moment to think of just one thing. We'll start with one. I did this with my stepson the other day. I'm like, give me 3 things that you love about yourself. And I think 3 was just an overwhelming number at that time. I mean, same for me because he asked me the
I'm
question. I'm
like,
like,
3.
whoa, that's a tall
Whoa.
order. So one thing, Rochelle, what's one thing you love about yourself?
I think my humor.
Mm, yes.
I like my humor sometimes. Most of the time. Most of the time. I like my humor most of the time. Let's not backtrack, Rochelle. We're already backing out. I came in
I'm
so
about to
confident.
kick
I'm
him
like,
in.
no, no.
I
I'm
I
second
like your
guessing it.
humor. Don't do
Thank
it.
you.
Don't do it.
Okay, I'm
Those
sticking with it.
intrusive thoughts.
I'm not taking it back.
Don't take it back. Your humor's good. Oh.
So hard. That's what she said.
Oh, I love that you just said that. Oh, so
What's
good.
your one thing?
My one thing, I like my observation skills.
Ooh, yes. You're very
Hmm.
observant.
Yeah, thank you.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, I think it allows me to get into those deep conversations with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Observant and intuitive, I think. They
Mm,
go like hand in hand.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I like ending it on a bright note. And with that, I think we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us as we did some more of that self
What we
work.
do.
Yeah, what we do. And if you enjoyed this conversation and our past conversations, if you could hit that like and subscribe button on whichever platform you are listening and or watching on, that would be greatly appreciated. We appreciate your time and thanks for spending it with us.
Yeah.
And we love you
We miss you.
and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.